Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Uh, Today I'm going to discuss about multilingualism and code switching in sociolinguistic. Okay, before uh, we discuss about that, let me introduce myself. My name is Fahrurrozi. My study number is 18101026. Okay, before we discuss about that, we have to know what is multilingualism and uh, code switching. What is multilingualism? Definition of multilingualism. Multilingualism is the ability of an individual speaker or a community of speakers to communicate effectively in three or more languages. Contrast with monolingualism, the ability to use only one language. A person who can speak multiple languages is known as a polyglot or a multilingual. Poly means many and glot means language. In individual, a multilingual person is someone who can communicate in more than one language, either actively through speaking, writing, or singing, or passively through listening, reading, or perceiving. Multilingual speakers have acquired or maintained at least one language during childhood. The so-called first language, the first language sometimes also refers to as mother language, is acquired without formal education by mechanism heavily put. Children acquiring two languages in this way are called simultaneous bilinguals. Even in the case simultaneous bilingual, one language usually dominates over the other. Next, in communities. In multilingual societies, not all speakers need to be multilingual. Some states can have multilingual policies and recognize several official languages, such as Canada, English, English and French. In some states, particular language may be associated with particular region instead. Example, Canada, or with particular ethnies, example Malaysia and Singapore. Okay, when all speakers are multilingual, linguists classify the community according to the functional distribution of the language involved are diglossia, ambilingualism, and bipart of lingualism. Okay, the next, diglossia. If there is a structural functional distribution of the language involved, the society is termed diglossia. Typical diglossis areas are those areas in Europe where a regional language is used in informal, usually oral context, while the state language is used in more formal situations. Frisia with Frisian and German or Dutch, and Lusatia with Serbian and German are the example. Okay, next, ambilingualism. A region is called ambilingual is if this functional distribution is not observed. In a typical ambilingual area, it's nearly impossible to predict which language will be used in a given setting. True ambilingualism is rare. Ambilingual tendencies can be found in small states with multiple heritage like Luxembourg, which has a combined Franco-German heritage, or Malaysia and Singapore, which fuses the culture of Malaysia, China and India. Okay, and the third is bilingualism. If more than one language can be heard in a small area but the large majority of speakers are monolinguals who have little contact with speakers from neighbor ethnic groups. An area is called bilingual. An example of this is the Balkans. Okay, next part of code switching. What is code switching? The definition of code switching. Code switching is described as a skill of the bilingual speaker. Code switching is a term in linguistics referring to using more than one language or variety in conversation. Sometimes the bilingual speaker getting problem when they having a conversation with another bilingual. So they switch their language from kid to another in the construction of sentence to make the interlocutor understand. Sometimes they do it with the same language background and might do so many times. Okay, and the last is code switching can occur between sentence, intersentential, or within a single sentence, intrasentential. There are four major types of switching. The first is text switching, intrasentential switching, intersentential switching, and the last inter-word switching.